News.
5 minutes past the hour, and in studio with me, we've got Kari, Lyndsey, and Meghan. Music on the Avenue is going to be kicking off when we get into June, but they've got a fundraiser tonight. And the need for having a fundraiser, who wants to address that?
I can talk about it. So our 10 events are sponsored primarily by community business sponsors, and we always have community supporters asking how they can donate or contribute, and we don't pass a bucket or a hat around the events. We want everyone to come and just have a good time, spend money on dinner or the shops downtown, and that's our purpose. So we thought we would add a guest bartending event at the Rusty Barrel and kind of a kickoff fundraiser, and that's a way for the community to come show up and show their support. So we'll have guest bartenders, you can tip your bartenders, and then we'll also have some fun raffle baskets that you can buy tickets for and try to win some really cool prizes that we have.
So it is tonight. It's going to be at the Rusty Barrel in downtown Clinton. So what is all going to take place? It gets started at 6 o'clock.
Lyndsey, what do we got?
Lyndsey, it's your place, so tell us all about it.
All right, so the guest bartending will start at 6 and go till 10. We have live music at 7, and it's Evergreen Music is the band. We'll have raffle tickets, baskets to win. Kari and Chris are doing a what are we calling it?
Throwdown?
A throwdown.
Throwdown.
A throwdown. So explain that.
So Chris Hansen and I will be guest bartending, and whoever gets the most tips is deemed the winner.
All right, very good. So are you the only two guest bartenders?
I don't know. I hope some people switch out throughout the night. My skill can only last so long.
Have you ever bartended before?
Yeah, actually, I bartended for about 20 years.
Oh, so Chris, watch out.
And she's done guest bartending for us before, too, for
Oh,
the
my
showboat.
goodness. A veteran. I've only guest bartended once, and I never felt so much pressure in my life.
Really?
Because I've never bartended before, so I had no idea.
It is hard work.
It is. I mean, for sure. So 10 shows, June, July, and August. And let's go over the bands that are going to be there. Lyndsey, we got a great lineup this year.
Yeah, we start with the Stockwells, and then Crooked Cactus Band, Montana Sunrise, Staph Infection, Wild Oats, Todd Striley and the Noise, Ten of Soul, Danger Zone, Spoiler Alert, and JC and the Juice.
Talk about putting together this kind of a lineup. I mean, how do you get in touch with the artists? How do you decide who is going to be there on a particular Thursday?
So we actually have most of them reach out to us. So probably a few of these on the list played last year, and they tell us right away, say keep us in mind for next year. We want to play again. They seem to love to come down. And then we kind of put out just a Facebook post, now if you're interested or know someone interested, send us an email. And we probably get 30 to 40 emails with different bands. So it's very challenging to narrow it down, and, you want to entertain everyone and try to mix it up and, bring a good mix that brings different crowds each week, and not hurt feelings. But so we do have new and old, so we have returning favorites, and then we have new ones every year too. So
yeah, that would be a tough decision. I didn't realize you got that many people who are interested in being performers there.
We do. So it's great. I mean, it's a good problem to have, and it's kind of nice because we will keep everyone, like I always keep the emails, and we'll do a fall fest, and then if we do other events throughout the year where we need interested in performing, we'll keep them in mind.
Of course, you got the fundraiser tonight, but sponsorships are so important. Looks like you got a pretty good list of sponsors there,
We
Kari.
have the best sponsors. Without our sponsors, none of this would be possible. So just a few. We can't name all of them, or I would be here until 9 o'clock tonight. But some of our bigger sponsors are Citizens First Bank, Miles Communications, Zirkelbaugh Home Appliances, Riverfront Properties, Mac 94.7, Grow Clinton, Clinton Herald, Accentra, KROS, Abstract and Title, Rule and Rule, and Clinton National Bank, AC Root, Wild Rose, First Wealth, Aegis, and many, many, many more. So we really, really appreciate everybody's sponsorship. This is just such a good time. For us, this is a year-round event. I mean, we are planning from the moment we stop until the moment we start again. So it's a lot of fun.
So June 12th is going to be the opening night, and it gets underway at 5 o'clock? What time does it get started on Thursday?
So we'll have all the food vendors will be ready at 5:30. So come down early, get in line for food, set up your chairs, and then live music goes from 6 to 8:30. So we've extended the time by a half hour based on the requests of the crowd. They want to stay longer and hear more music.
And it's not just music, there's cars every once in a while, right?
Yep. So we have cars every week except 2 this year. We're going to try a couple different things. So on July 24th with 10 of Soul, we're actually not going to have any cars, and we're going to have full-on food trucks. So it's our biggest crowd, and so we need more food. So we'll fill up both sides of the street with food trucks. We have several lined up already, but if anyone's listening and has a food truck, you can contact us. We have room for more that night. And then the last night, which is August 14th, we're going to do a family fun night. So we're going to encourage organizations in town like the Discovery Center, the library. I think Fly Iowa reached out. So anything that would be family friendly, come down and set up a table or a booth, kind of a last summer bash, kickoff, back to school type event.
That'll be great. Again, I appreciate you all coming in. Tell us a little bit more about the Downtown Alliance, Megan.
Yep, so Downtown Alliance is like a 16 block radius in downtown Clinton that pays a slight additional property tax, and then that funds a nonprofit organization run by a board of directors, which Kari is our chair, Lyndsey is the board member, and then I am the administrator for that. And so we, event promotion, just downtown promotion in general. So how do we get the people downtown to see what great things we have? And then working with the city, there's some grant opportunities through the state that are available. Cleanup. So we're working on a spring cleanup right now in the downtown. So trying to get everything looking the best it can. So it's a year round. We do lots of different things. So
How'd you fall into this?
Music on the Avenue last summer.
Okay.
So actually, Kari and then Chris Hansen were working on the committee last summer, and I have worked with Kari on Whittier PTA and known her throughout the years, so we work well together. Asked me to come down for just some help, some advice. You've done this before. What do you suggest? And here I am. Turned into a summer-long, I would say, job interview, and now I'm here. They're stuck with me.
She's stuck.
Just a couple more questions. Any tips for anybody who would like to be a guest bartender in the future?
So join our committee, and you could come tonight and be a guest bartender. No, just let Lyndsey make all the hard drinks.
There you go. There you go. And Lyndsey, just finally, you're going to be, slide the mic over there, Linz. You're going to be back here on Monday with Sean Connell. Tell us just briefly about what's going to be happening.
So the Copper Mill out at the old Gills by the casino, we're opening that back up. So
I thought it was Copper Barrel.
No, Copper Mill.
Copper Mill. It is Copper Mill.
Copper Mill, not Cooper Mill, because autocorrect will change it every single time to Cooper. So.
I think when I sent a text to Sean Connell, I think I
It
put
said
down.
Copper Barrel?
Well, no, I put Cooper.
Oh, Cooper Barrel.
Cooper Barrel. So I was totally wrong on both counts. So the fundraiser tonight at the Rusty Barrel,
Yes.
6 o'clock in downtown Clinton. Thank you all for coming in.
Thanks
Thank
for having
you.
us.
Right now, the Dan Patrick Show.
Dan Patrick.
Let's just start with Luka got tripped.
Luka didn't get tripped. Luka stepped on the defender's shoe. That's what happened. So he didn't get tripped. And so there should have been free throws there. Austin Reeves